Hey, hey, Warrior Saints, happy Wednesday, and welcome to today's edition of our Crucifixional Life stream. I realized that all of this week is a palindrome week because it's 2/20 whatever 22. So happy palindrome week. Yay! Palindromes! Anyway, we're not here to talk about palindromes. We're here to talk about the Prodigal Son, coming to us from Luke chapter 15, verses 11 through 32. And I want to continue our journey through this text and look at another important character who often is overlooked, which I think is what makes him so wonderful in this story and gives us so much to share because he is so often overlooked. You know, we looked yesterday at the younger son and what happens when we follow that path that the world is taking us down, that the world is telling us to go on. This world that is telling us, as we looked on Monday, to move away from God. While this story is telling us, and Scripture in its entirety is telling us, to come back to God. Today we're going to look at the older son and what happens when we never left. You know, so the story starts with there was a man who had two sons. The younger of them said to his father, "Father, give me the share of the property that is mine," and he divided his living between them. That whole passage implies that there are two sons because it flat out says there's two sons. But the whole rest of the story then focuses on the younger son, not the older son. We don't see the older son come into the story until the very, very end. After the younger son has come home, after the younger son, as we saw yesterday, came to himself and decides he's going to return to his father's house. And when he comes back to his father's house, he is greeted with open arms. His father embraces him. He says to his servants, "Go kill the fatted calf," not fill the fatted calf. "Kill the fatted calf and throw a party. Dress my son in my clothes, give him new robes, make him look good, put my ring on his finger," which we're going to talk about later in the week, why that's an important piece. "And let's have a grand celebration that my son has now returned." Now imagine, as I'm sure many of us can, we are the older brother who has been there from the get-go, who never said to the father, "Give me my share, and I'm going to go off and I'm going to squander it." And we see the following. Now his elder son was in the field, and as he came and drew near to the house, he heard music and dancing. He called one of the servants and asked what this meant. And he said to him, "Your brother has come, and your father has killed the fatted calf, because he has received him safe and sound." But he, being the older brother, was angry and refused to go in. His father came out and entreated him, but he answered his father, "Lo, these many years I have served you, and I never disobeyed your command. Yet you never gave me a kid that I might make merry with you, my friends. Make merry with my friends. But when this son of yours came who has devoured your living with harlots, you killed for him the fatted calf." Harsh words from the older brother. I've been here the whole time. Don't call it a comeback. And now this other kid comes back, and all of a sudden you're throwing him a big party? I didn't ignore your commandments. I didn't squander what you were going to give me. I didn't go and leave your house, ignoring you, rejecting you, following the way of society. I followed your way. And now you're going to throw me out. He's not being thrown out. But he's feeling like that. He's feeling like he's being rejected by his father after all these years of loyalty. He's feeling like he's angry. He's, dare I say, jealous of his younger brother. What does the father respond? "Son, you are always with me, and all that is mine is yours. It was fitting to make merry and be glad, for this your brother was dead and is alive. He was lost and is found." Often, we spend so much time worrying about what other people are doing and getting jealous of what that might get them, that we forget to do what we need to do. The father maybe gave out these commandments. The father had his household. And this son, this elder son, stayed loyal to him, followed his commandments, lived in his household, did the work that was asked of him. Did he do that for his younger brother? Did he do that for anything other than because he loved his Father. And loving his Father means following his commandments. Brothers and sisters, when we are out there doing what we are called to do, living the life that we are called to live, following the way of the warrior saint, it is hard. And not everyone is going to do that. Because not everyone is going to do that, it can be very easy for us to get jealous of things that other people are doing because it might look like it's more enjoyable, might look like it's more enticing. But as we hear, we are striving to follow God's commandments so that we might remain in the Father's house. And when we are in the Father's house, we have better than a projected inheritance. We have all that is the Father's. And that's precisely why we strive to stay on the way of the warrior saint, why we keep fighting the good fight. We're in it with you here. Visit us at warriorsaints.org and see what it means to stay on that path, fighting so that we might follow our Father's commandments, so that we too, ignoring and not being enticed and jealous of what is around us, but following what the Father has given for us, so that we too might be granted the grace to hear, all that is mine is yours. Visit us, warriorsaints.org. Get on the way of the warrior saint. And until I see you tomorrow, keep walking on the way of the warrior saint.